Morning everyone, how are we going? So thank you all for joining me on this absolutely brilliant and going to be a balmy hot public holiday. It is going to be an absolutely fabulous day, and we're going to have a really great family day today and just sitting and chilling as a family would do. So I'm just going to wait for everyone to come on board, and when you do, if you can give me a thumbs up, because we've got quite a few people joining us today, so it's going to be really exciting. So hi Karen, how are you going today? I've got a little love heart from her. And then and there's Tanya. Hi Tanya, how are you going, sweetie? So as if everyone joins on, then we're going to get stuck straight into it. I've got some really exciting stuff for you guys today. You are absolutely going to love my point of view on how to meet new contacts. I get very excited about meeting new contacts, and that is because I have what most people would say a very completely different outlook to contacts, and that's solely because I was once a contact. So hi Amanda, hi Kat. So you know, a lot of people know my story. They know how well I've healed with essential oils. Well, I should say how they've supported my body to heal, because basically they're just the vehicle that stimulates our body to help it to recreate a healing pattern and a homeostasis within our body. That's what essential oils are there for us. But a lot of people don't realise how I discovered doTERRA was in Australia. And that was simply because I went to a raw chocolate workshop with Vanessa Jean, and Vanessa Jean was talking about putting wild orange in chocolate. So hi Linda, hi Debbie. So this is what we're going to be talking about today. So we are going to be talking about how to meet new contacts. Woohoo, with a little smiley face. But you know what's even better about this? They're not new contacts. They are seekers. And these seekers have one message: help me please. When I went to that raw chocolate workshop, I was actually seeking something in my life just to give me some kind of excitement. I was in pain constantly. I was depressed. I had no feeling for any of my systems, hips down. One of my legs was numb. I walked on crutches. I couldn't drive myself anywhere. I could not do a damn thing. I couldn't stand for too long. I couldn't sit for too long. So even though I was going to this raw chocolate workshop, it was called Raw Indulgence, and I knew it would cause me an extreme amount of pain, I was actually seeking something I could put into my life just to give it that tiny bit of difference. What I didn't realise is that the impact it would have on me. So I actually went up and I asked Vanessa about them, because knowing essential oils, anything that you can ingest is therapeutic, especially if it's actually on the labels. So I went up and I just said to her, you know, I want to know about these oils. Now, to Vanessa, I was deemed a contact. To me, I was a seeker. I was a seeker for anything that would give me the hope of pulling me out of the miserable state I was in. So I'm hoping talking about this, guys, is going to take you out of the fear of reaching new contacts and putting it into a different perspective, that they're not contacts. They are people seeking help, support, new information. It's a really, really important thing that when you come across people, you don't sit there and you say, I don't want to bother them. I don't want to sell them anything. You've got people that are telling you the issues they have. They are seeking support. They are seeking help. They are not just another number on the wall. These are real people that need help. So when you come across someone and you say, hi, how are you today? And they say, yeah, well, you know, my feet are killing me. It's just too hot. My ankles swell. I'm really just over it. I'm not feeling happy in my life. You know, it's the same old bullshit kind of thing. In your mind right there and then, it's going to be going, wow, I know I have something that can help them with this. Should I say something? Oh my God, they might think I'm trying to sell them something. Newsflash, guys, you are. The world does not evolve around love, or doesn't rotate on love. Unfortunately, hopefully one day it will. But at the moment, you still need to earn income, and it is just an exchange of currency, energy versus energy. You have tools to support and help people. You can't do it all for free. I do a lot for free, I really do. But I still need to actually work to earn. It's a part of life. Accept it, get over it. It doesn't mean that you can't do it with hope. So the next time someone says to you and pours their heart out, instead of sitting there and going, oh yeah, I'm not going to say anything because they might deem me as selling stuff, and no, you are. You are selling them a product that will work. You are giving them hope. You are giving them a chance to change their life. Do you see that just by Vanessa having that constant connection with me and following through, do you not see in 3 years I have all feeling back in all of my facilities? I'm a diamond leader. I have a beautiful, I feel very blessed for the people that I have in my team and the connections I have made and the people that I've helped and the people that my team are helping. And all it took was Vanessa saying, Michelle, let me give you some samples. This is what you need. Let's work together and let's help. Guys, really, in that whole scheme of it, is it really that scary? You've got to step out of it. You've got to get over the bullshit of, oh my God, I'm going to be selling them something. It's the way the world works, but it doesn't mean you can't work it with heart. So let's have a look at how we meet new contacts, because I absolutely adore meeting people. You know, I truly love the essence of a person in themselves. So first and foremost, okay, there's a few ways we can meet new people. Out and about. Out and about is my favorite. And Linda's just put down, she started out as a seeker and it's really made a difference. Yeah, guys, we are all seekers. Most of us are seeking a difference for ourselves, a difference for other people. So next time you say, oh my goodness, I've got this contact list. No. Remember I said it's not a contact list, it's a who can I help list. It's a who is seeking more, who needs more. Now this does not make you responsible for them. Remember, you have to empower people. They have to take charge and responsibility of their health. Don't do it for them. It will tire you out and exhaust you, and that is not what you're here for. You're to advocate wellness, not to help them and, well, not to make them get well. They have to do that themselves. But remember, there's an oil for that. So, first and foremost, when we're out and about. So, a lot of you maybe sit there and say, I need business cards. I don't have business cards. I need to get them. Most of you know I use a virtual business card called Inigo. Yes, I will post the link again on the business page. Inigo I have been using for 2 years. It is a free business card. And the best thing is when people say, I'll give you an example. I say, hi, how are you going today? Checkout lady, actually 2 days ago I had this. She turned around and she said, you know, today my life is shit. I'm tired, my feet hurt. I feel like I'm in this, what does she call it? Hamster wheel. She called it a hamster wheel. And she said, and you know, it's just, today's not a fun day. And I said to you know, I've worked retail, which I have. I said, true, I feel your pain. I said, if I said I had some natural therapies that could help you with this, you know, real unhappy day, would you be open to that? You know what she said? Honey, I'd be open to any shit that could make me happy. And I said, you're on. I said, let's do it. And she turned around and she said to me, let's go. What did I do? I pulled out my card and I said, I have a virtual business card. I'm going to send it to you right now. Clicked on it, put in her name, put in her mobile number. It sends a link to her that connects to my doTERRA business page. You can create a few, and this is all free. But the best thing is it gives me her details. So I can follow her up, which I have. So she's getting samples. She's going to be a happy chappy. She'll eventually enroll, and her seeking days will start on the path of new well-being and health for her. And it's exciting for me. You know, a lot of people believe that because I'm all woohoo, that I don't get shy and I don't have fear. Yeah, I get shy. Yeah, sometimes I sit there and think, should I speak? And then I get over myself and say, yes, Michelle, you must speak. Don't be selfish. You know you have modalities that can help this person. Speak your truth. Share the information. It's really, really important. So the Inigo card is a very, very important one. So I always use that. As I said, I'm going to post the link for it. That is how simple it is when you're out and about. Listen for people. The people that share their problems are the seekers. They're not blabbing away just for the sake of it. They might not even realize they're doing it. They are just in hope, and they are seeking that they can actually find a way out of the situation or the nastiness that they're in. So when you come across them, don't sit there and say, oh my God, this person just won't shut up about their issues. Do they, have any other focus in their life? Actually, no, they won't. Because I can tell you right now, coming from a place of pain and constant, despair, there is no other focus in your life, because it can consume you. Pain consumes you, depression consumes you, trauma, PTSD, they consume you. But if you could actually simply give someone a sample that could actually change their endorphins in their brain and give them a bit of joy, wouldn't that be worth actually overcoming your fear? Yeah, hell yeah. So don't be selfish. Step out of your comfort zone. When you step out of your comfort zone, that is when you start to live. So, first one we've done is actually going out there, meeting anybody out on the street, in the supermarkets, anywhere. That is meeting people in person. That's what's called cold contacts. But hopefully if you approach it with a lot of heart, it's not a cold contact at all. It's someone that you've literally given hope to. You have connected with a seeker. So next, another one is markets. I love markets. Markets are absolutely sensational. Once again, surrounded by people. Now, usually your markets, you'll have a doTERRA stall, you'll be talking about certain things. However, there's two things that you can use and do at a market. And one of them, and yes, I will post these both up in the file section on the build page. This one should already be there, but I'll post it again. We have enter the draw slip. Excuse me. Hang on, Kathy's asked a question. When people ask, what do you do? Maybe we could answer whatever it takes. Yeah, that's a good one, Kathy. But yeah, actually, I'll cover that one in the end. So just remind me, guys, if I don't cover the what do you do answer feedback, can someone type up a message and remind me? We're just going to finish with markets at the moment. So I've got two. I've got enter the draw, which has a whole list of everything. Everyone's seen this. I've altered it to include down the bottom, sharing natural health solutions with wellness workshops for family and friends, instead of just have a workshop. And the other one I've put in there, I would like to know more about the business opportunity. And most of you know that myself and Karen are running that on Saturday at lovely Kathy's house. So don't miss out on that, guys. It's a brilliant opportunity to actually meet and see Karen present. So the other form I have is actually more information. It's exactly the same as an entry draw form, except sometimes depending on the markets you're doing, you're not having an entry draw for someone to win something. You're actually having a more information. So I have done markets where I do have an entry draw where someone can go into the prize and win something. But then other times I go there solely as more information. They're not winning anything but the chance of my time and finding solutions to what they seek, basically. Once again, seekers. So the more information, when people come up and they talk and they say, well, I'd like to buy this, this, and this, I don't usually sell any oils. I turn around and say, yep, absolutely. I can actually come and deliver that one for you or drop it off and bring some more information for you as well. Why am I doing this? Because it's all about contacts. Now, do you remember in the video that I did, was it yesterday or the day before, that I was talking about connections and contacting and having continuous connection with people? This is why I do this. You can sell anybody an oil, but if you don't follow them up and you don't connect with them, they're not going to be inspired by you, and they'll probably go and find the oil from another doTERRA rep because they'll love the oil, but because they haven't connected the oil to you, you'll miss out on actually helping that seeker. So I will actually do a step-by-step. Absolutely, I do have that oil. Yes, you can buy it off me. I don't have them on me now. However, I can order it in my next order. But if you just fill out the more information, I can actually come over and sit down and have a cup with you and cover any other health concerns that you have. How does that sound, guys? How simple and easy is it? Now, I just speak truth. I speak Michelle talk. I don't want to be anybody else bar me, and neither should you. So you can watch this video over and listen to how I phrase the sentence, but always put it in your words. There's nothing worse than actually trying to sound like someone else, because then you come across as completely false, like an absolute Wally burger. And you don't want to be a Wally burger. You want to be someone who's advocating wellness in your style. So when we're at markets, these are the two forms that I actually use the most. Yes, I do have enrolment forms there. Yes, I do have price lists there. Yes, I do have everything else. Yes, you can enroll people at markets. And they can be very strong people that will learn and order frequently as long as the connection is there. So the one thing that you've got to remember is at the markets, you have to follow up. Why? Don't give people hope and then don't do anything about it. Can you imagine that disappointment? Have you ever had that disappointment when someone said, oh, okay, we're going to do this, and then you never hear from them? It's really, really disappointing. You have seekers, they need help. And that's the one thing they're looking for is some step in their life where they can move forward. You can help them and empower them to do this. Remember, you are not responsible for their health, but you can help guide them to be responsible for their health. Okay? So, when you have this fear that comes up, okay, I've made these connections, but what if they don't want me to call them? What if I'm pestering you? You know, oh my goodness, I'm selling them shit. Okay, get over that bullshit. One, they would not have told you their problems if they were not seeking solutions. I can't say this enough, guys. Get over that fear. If I had not gone to Vanessa and spoke to her as a seeker, she would not have been able to offer me solutions. So the next time you have that fear, that little gremlin, you know that gremlin that pops on your shoulder and says, yeah, you're not worth it, they don't want to hear from you. You know, back fist that asshole and say, right, I'm stepping out of my fear zone and I am going to help this seeker. Very important. So markets are absolutely fabulous way to go, but follow-up is the key. As always, you've got to connect with people. Next one we've got Facebook comments. I love Facebook comments. Some of the comments that I come across, once again, people are out there talking about their problems. A lot of people are actually saying, oh my goodness, do they have anything else to talk about? And no, they don't. They are in the shadows. They are what I would say people, they feel lost. They're lost with a cloud over their head. They can't see any light. When you see those comments, don't be afraid. So Debbie's just popped up on here and she said, I have fear sometimes. You know what, Debbie? Damn love, sometimes I had fear. You know, that what I had to say wasn't worth it. It is. Trust me, honey. If there's one thing I can stress, step over that fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. And what is the worst a person can say? No. Do you know I actually got a no a few weeks ago? Cool bananas. I haven't had a no in ages. It was awesome. I loved it. I loved the fact that the person was empowered enough to say, you know what, I'm not really interested in oils. And I was like, bonus. But if you ever are, you know where I am. But it was still a no. No's are great. It usually means no, not right now. Or they have another method of modality that they love. So that's the worst that can happen, guys. It's an N-O. Literally 2 letters in the alphabet. Get over it. Okay. So comments, going back to that. If you see someone come up and saying, oh my goodness, no matter how much water I'm drinking, I keep getting swollen ankles. Okay, well, we've got Aromatouch for that one. You know, that Aromatouch oil with a bit of cypress in there that'll clear out the fluid. It actually, you know, works and drains and all the rest of it, smells beautiful. Do you know Aromatouch is actually really good for an emotional state as well? So you can turn around and you say, oh my goodness, yeah, do you know, are you open to natural solutions? Because I have an oil that you can put on that will start to reduce that so quickly. You know what they'll turn around and say? Hell yeah, I'll take anything to get rid of these ankle cankles. Absolutely, don't be afraid to step out there. This is where it comes back to your product knowledge as well, guys, and personal self-development, right? I've spoken about this before. Okay, so there's Facebook comments. Don't be afraid to comment on there. They're everywhere. I'm telling you right now. And you know what? Even if the person actually is already with doTERRA, don't be afraid to comment and suggest oils to help them. Remember, we're here to help each other. It's not a bloody competition. It's help as many as we can, however we can, right? Even if there is no direct financial gain to us, what comes around goes around. Always. Okay, the other one is your groups. A lot of people don't put down connections for their own groups. Pottery groups, mothers groups, swimming groups, all kinds of everything like that. Do you know, a lot of people, for some reason, think that people in their groups don't actually need help, whereas when you're talking to them, the most thing they talk about are the issues they're experiencing. Can you imagine how thankful they would be if you actually simply offered them a few samples and said, you've got to try this, this has helped me, go for it. I really want to know how it's helped you, so I can't wait to reconnect with you in a few days, which we do with our contact groups, right? But don't get sucked into that, I'm actually selling something to them. You know what, guys? Yes, you are selling something to them. You're making your livelihood. There's nothing wrong with that. But what you're doing is you're helping seekers. It always comes back to that. Okay? Whenever we're going out and looking for stuff, we are seeking answers to problems. I am going to keep drumming it into your head until you guys sit there with no fear and go, hell yes, I'm going to go and help all the seekers that I possibly can. Right? Okay, so the other one we actually have, your groups. I have a few groups that I've actually created. And a lot of people don't realize that the groups they're created, there are seekers in there. There are people that need help. New contacts. But for some reason, they actually don't do that. I actually have a friend that has a group. And for some reason she says, oh, no, I don't want to have contacts with them. You know, I might be selling them stuff, whatever. And no matter what I said, and I said, you know what, that's okay. That's not a problem. Guess what? All those friends that were seeking answers have gone everywhere else, and most of them have doTERRA oils now. And that's okay. They're getting the help they need. But she did turn around and say, yeah, maybe I should have mentioned something. Yeah, absolutely. But that's okay. So don't forget your own groups that you actually create. There are people on there that still are seeking. They just don't know yet. So what have we got? Okay, I'm just checking to make sure I've covered all my little points on the list. Okay, and then the other one is follow-up. So just don't be afraid, guys. And even if you are afraid, just remember, fear is false evidence appearing real. Fear is a state that you put yourself into, no one else. You're responsible for your own fear. So if it turns around that you have it pop up, as I said, you backfist it, and you turn around and you say, I've got to get over this stuff. There is someone out there that needs my help. Okay, so Kathy wanted to know, was it Kathy or Catherine? One of you's asked. I think it was Kathy, about what do I do? So when someone turns around and says to me, depending on the person, what do you do? I turn around and say, I'm fun employed, baby, in health and well-being, and I have the best time in the world. Or another one could say, I work with people with health and well-being to help them get to the answers they need to be better. Or I offer natural solutions to people for any health and well-being issues that they have. Whatever you want to say. Another one is I motivate people to move forward in their health and wellness journey. Now, that might sound really corny to you, because that all depends on what belief level you're at. Okay, believe it or not, as we go through our journey with growing our business, you have different belief levels. But I've pretty much bypassed all of them, so I can sit there with full confidence and say, this is what I do. And I'm damn well proud of it. And a lot of people will turn around and they'll say, oh, but it's multi-level marketing. It's like, duh, yes, it is. It's one of the best business structures if you get a brilliant one like doTERRA is. It's absolutely fabulous. So I can tell you right now, Andrew was made about 10 years ago. Andrew was made redundant and he could not find a job. So Taylor was really young, so I actually wasn't working, and we went bankrupt. But I can tell you right now, if I fell down again and something happened, I would not go bankrupt. It would take months before it actually affected us. So those people that say, you know, multi-level marketing is a crock and it's not stable and it's not all that, it actually is, guys, if you get a good business structure, which is what doTERRA has. So the confidence that I have in the business, when I turn around and I say, I help motivate people in moving forward on their wellness journey, I do. And yes, it is an awesome, beautiful wellness journey. And this is what I love most about essential oils. And as we go along, I'm going to talk more about, do another few live feeds on different video, different essential oils and how they work in the body, and a lot more stuff. But I really felt it was very important, especially after the other video I did the other day, to reach out and speak to you about connections and meeting new contacts, because it is a big fearful area. But it's your fear, not theirs. They are seekers for hope. So don't sit there in fear. Step over it, because that's when life begins, and go out and reach and touch someone and help them be empowered in health and well-being. So guys, do you have any questions for me before we sign off for the day and enjoy our woohoo sunny, balmy public holiday, Australia Day? Nope. Fabulous. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you truly learnt a lot, and I look forward to seeing any feedback that comes up, and I will see you guys on the next live event. Ciao for now, and we will see you later. Bye guys.